Hello and welcome to Rage Quit. My name is Jane. In this video, we're going to be looking at the online Warhammer preview that was just ran on Twitch. There's some pretty interesting news. The key standout for me for the games that I play is Warcry related, although I can't say it apparently. But yeah, we'll go through pretty much all of the news and we'll just talk about that. Yeah, that's it. That's all you're getting in this video. That's all we're doing. So let's just do it. Hey, check out this little slide thing, and I do apologise about my hair. Ooh, fancy. Right, okay, so we'll go through it in the order that they announced the stuff. The first thing they announced was following on from the Sons of the Behemoth. Still sounds like Behemoth when I say it, but whatever. That's my northern accent. These are basically, I think they've replaced, they don't call them giants anymore, they're calling them like, is it Gargants? Yes, Gargants. And these are basically bigger versions of them. I think they might even have the Mega Gargant variants. Basically, it's one kit that can be assembled as 3 different Mega Giants, and that's these the size comparison between a giant and these new whatever they're calling them, Mega Giants. Let's just call them that. And basically, it's one kit that can be made up as 3 different giants. I gotta say, as factions go, I'm generally looking for low model counts because I don't really like painting. So in this case, something like this would be interesting. However, the detail in these models, obviously because they're larger, is perhaps too much for me to consider, but definitely cool. There's a video, if you want to go on the community site, you can obviously just look at them. The videos basically just show you the pictures, but in nicer variants. There's some extra stuff for Blackstone Fortress, which sounds like it's concluding. Yeah, so I'd be interested to see what they do there. A bit of me is curious that that's concluding when we all think there's possibly rumours of a new edition. I don't know if the two go hand in hand at all. Apparently this was some guy who was dead who's back, but I guess spoilers, but I mean it's in the box, so if you know it, you'll know it more than I know it. And then there's there's an extra character here for the Lumineth, whose name I can't remember, Skinari Castellar. Also, I mean, I feel like this model in one sense, but I could not paint that face there with the little veil coming over the face. I mean, damn, I can't paint at the best of times to paint a face colour under the veil. I mean, yeah, I don't know how they've done it, but they've done it. I guess it's like a light colour mixed with flesh to get it. I have absolutely no idea. But the key thing for me, like, this is what we'll actually watch the video for this one, because I used to, and I don't know if you won't be able to hear it, so not a problem. Let's leave the sound off. Basically, when I used to play Warhammer Fantasy, I sort of semi-played the Dark Elves, but I never actually finished an army. I just never got around to it. And these are a new Warcry Warband, which are not chaos, but they are a unique warband for it. So this opens up a bigger picture of what I want to talk about in a moment. And we'll just quickly look at the models. They are obviously Dark Elf inspired, right? Some people were saying shades and the shadows and all that kind of stuff, especially this guy here. Yeah, for sure. I mean, look at the colours. These are like essentially Dark Elves, right? But and there's only 3 models on the show, but they did say that the actual box will be like, I don't know, half a dozen, whatever they said. Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I really like them. I'm not necessarily a fan of the cloak, the little shadowy weapon creating the shadow as it goes, right? But the important thing for me is I sort of wish this is what they did with Warcry, full stop. I think if Warcry would have done just unique warbands from start to finish, a little bit like how Warhammer Underworlds has done, I think it might be in a bit of a better place, because there's just so many factions now that that were sort of like in the limited runs for the cards and stuff like that. It sort of became a little bit messy for me, and I personally just haven't kept up with the game. I think probably because the game's perhaps a bit too random, even though it was billed as like a competitive game, but I will not really dwell on that too much. I think this style of release would have been perfect if you took away all of the other factions that already exist. I think essentially it's made the game a little bit too instantly bloated, like there's lots and lots of factions. For me, you sort of need to see your game ramp up and give people time to learn the stuff and for it all to bed in. But that they haven't necessarily done that. But something like these guys, they could get me back into. I mean, I'm coming round to like Age of Sigmar. I'm really tempted to try out Age of Sigmar. It's just one of those games that's like on my agenda like all the time. The Lumineth were, but I was like, elves are nice and everything. I do really like elves, but do you give me the Dark Elves? Oh, now we will be rocking. So Warcry, that's an important like out of all the things they announced, doing non-chaos warbands for Warcry for me is like one of the standout like, oh, do you know what I mean? It's one of those unique points. Like they've done Snotlings for Blood Bowl, which these guys are cute, aren't they? I mean, it's impossible not to like these guys, I think. I don't really play Blood Bowl. I've mentioned Blood Bowl before. I personally find the game a little bit like it sort of feels like a maths test. Like it's an equation. How can I move here? What's the chance of this? Do I get the double block? What's my stat? There's too much involved, and I've not really played Blitz Bowl because it wasn't available in the UK, but I think it might actually be now. But I think I might have to go to Game, and I'm not going to Game. Maybe they sell it online. I don't know. I've not checked. But yes, I like how they call it very hard mode, which, I mean, it's weird that Games will actually be like, this isn't balanced very well. Like, it's really bad. Play it. Fair enough. I respect it. Now, those of you who know my little Space Marines, you can't really see here, can you? I have purple. This is Horus Heresy, what you're seeing on the screen, but I have purple and gold Space Marines. Love the colour. Purple. It's my favourite colour. And yeah, like I don't know anything about the Horus Heresy, but I saw this guy and I was like, damn. That I'm in love with him. Not gonna lie. A little bit in love with him. For sure. He is Saul Tarvitz, which apparently harkens back to what like original Horus Heresy kind of like lore and stuff like that. But yeah, alright. I mean, there's just some sexy ass model there, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not really, I can't get into 40k's lore at the moment. Like I've got Space Marines, sure, but I never really got into it. This is like so weird to see. It's an Inquisitor. She is an Inquisitor, and yeah, she's like she's got like Xenos weapons and like this Mandrake looking thing, whatever it is, and a suit of armor that isn't sort of Space Marine armor. I like really like it, and a little small power fist. Yeah, okay, I could get behind that. I really like the look of that. She's very interesting. What is her name? She Draxus? I think she's Draxus. There we go. And I've got to say, right, I mean, Idikby is probably like jumping for joy seeing this guy. What an absolutely incredible model that guy is. Like, damn, if you gave me an army of them, minus the little blood thing coming from this Psyker or whatever it is. I think the story is Necrons apparently don't like Psykers. They're using this black stuff to they like these non-Psykers. I forgot what they're called. They're trying to harness them, the pariahs or whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, but damn, like that guy, that model there is just incredible. I just really like it. The only thing I don't like is that part. I don't really like seeing effects on a bow on a model. Goes back to that dark elf. I'd rather just see it default, and maybe it's an option, maybe it's not. I don't know, but yes, for sure, that is sexy. Yes, but those two things. Then there's a little stuff about the Warhammer Storyforge. Now, I am very interested in the animated series, but not that interested that I want to find out all the details before it comes out. Like, just no, I'll just bide my time, and when it comes out, I'll watch it. You know, like, I'm not that in love with it. And I think this new sister, I think she's new, but this guy I think is old. But either way, they're coming to like the on-demand stuff or whatever it is. But they do the thing with the scroll, when you scroll through and the image changes. Games Workshop, I will never forgive you for doing this. Okay, it's not that bad. But it's brand new and one of them's made to order. I think it's the right way around. Yeah, so he was formerly an event exclusive, this guy, I think. And I think she is new. Fine. But yeah, the most important thing from me, and I've got to scroll past that stupid thing, is the non-chaos warbands coming to Warcry. I sort of feel like they would have been better now this is a bold claim, to ditch Warcry and to redo it as sort of like the mix between Warcry and Underworld. That's what I sort of want to happen, I guess. Obviously, it's not going to happen. It just feels like they throw everything at like the first year or two of a game, and then they just leave it. Like, I mean, Kill Team, for example, is an example of that. But meh, I gotta say, I love Dark Elves, so that might be on the agenda. Anyway, I've rambled enough about the preview 3. One interesting thing, another interesting thing, if you will, is they mentioned that the next one is in May, right? Well, they hope, they've disclaimed it, but they say early May. Now, if that's part 4, then we can expect the same kind of thing. If they call it like Warhammer Preview 4, it will not have anything major in it. However, depending on how the world situation's going, we could get an online preview that like will show the new 40k and stuff like that. But they'll distinguish it if they're going to do that. They won't call it Warhammer Preview 4. They'll call it Warhammer Preview X, and everybody will know. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm rambling a little bit here at the end. I'm not really 100% sure what I'm doing with this channel. When we started it, I got super hyped into Warcry, and I was like, yeah, we'll just talk about the games I'm hyped about. Sort of not as hyped about Warcry as now, which I think is understandable. And I'm back to like Star Wars Legion. I already have a channel dedicated to that, so I'm sort of waiting for Games Workshop to give me something that I'll be interested in, and they're not doing it at the moment. Obviously, I'm not blaming them. And I was going to talk about Super Fantasy Brawl. I'm not actually 100% sure where that was. It was delayed until April, but I haven't heard anything about it. Could just randomly turn up at my door. In which case, we'll have great times. But then I'm not going to go to events, am I? So, yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. I guess is what I'm saying, as you can probably tell. But yeah, I love you all very much. I hope you all stay perfectly safe and healthy. Have a most beautiful day. Goodbye.